Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve Leetcode problem 5, longest palindromic substring. So the meaning of a substring is a contiguous non-empty sequence of characters within a string. So for this example, so first of all, we need to understand what is a substring. It must be contiguous. So for example, BAB is a substring, and BAB is also palindromic, so the result is going to be BAB. Yeah, so it's going to be the longest. And for the second example, it's going to be B and B. Yeah. Normally there are two ways to solve the problem, and the easiest way is to solve it by using the very basic method spread from the center or spread from the middle. We're gonna check each of the characters, and then we're gonna spread it. If it is a palindromic substring, we're gonna spread it until we find it. Yeah. So let's just use this first example. B A B A D. So for the first loop, we're gonna check each of the characters. So that's gonna be O n time, and then we're gonna spread it from the middle. That's gonna be another O n time. So the time complexity gonna be O n squared. N is 10 to the power 3. That is why it works. So let's just use this example. So we're gonna spread from this character A. A is a palindrome itself, and then we're gonna spread to this B and this B. So this is gonna be the left border, this is gonna be the right border, and B equal to B. So this means it is a palindrome. So the length is gonna be 3, and the result is gonna be BAB. After that, we still need to spread here and here, but this goes out of the limit because the index is gonna be more than or equal to 0, but this is a -1, so it means we're gonna go out of the while loop and we're gonna stop checking. So the final result is gonna be BAB. Yeah, and similarly, we can check other characters. Maybe we want to check this character here. Yeah, this B. So it's gonna spread here. This A and ABA is also okay. Yeah. As you can see, ABA is also okay. But we just need to return the longest palindromic substring S. We just need to return BAB. Yeah, or we can return ABA, it doesn't matter. We just need to return the longest. Yeah, because we cannot find another one. The length is more than 3, maybe 4. We cannot find it. So we can return BAB or ABA, it doesn't matter. We just need to return the longest palindromic substring. Yeah. Now let's just use this naive method. Basically, we need a nested for loop. I'm gonna define a helper function. I'm gonna call it private, and finally it's gonna return a string, and I'm gonna call it a helper. So inside I'm gonna have this string, and left and the right pointer, so the integer L and integer R. So inside we're gonna need a while loop. So the left pointer will always be more than or equal to 0, and the right pointer gonna always less than the length of the string. At the same time, we need to check the character s dot character at left side equal to s dot character at the right side. So if they are equal, we can update the left pointer and the right pointer. So finally, we just need to return this string. So we're gonna call the substring method for this one, as this is a -1 and this is a +1. So here gonna be L plus 1 to R. So let me just explain why we return it like that. So for example, if we have a string like BAB, and this is our starting point, we're gonna start from this character A. So this is L and this is R. So character at L equal to character at R. So L gonna be updated to here and R gonna be updated to here. But the final string gonna be BAB. So this is L, so this means L plus 1 gonna be starting from this index for this character B. So this is why L plus 1. Because here, this is R, and for this substring method, the right side is not included. So if we choose this R, actually, we are getting the character BAB. Yeah, because at this place it is not included. This is why L plus 1 and R. Yeah. Now let's go to the main function. We just need to use a for loop to find the final result. So let's just define the final result. We're gonna define a string, empty string. Now we can use a for loop. I gonna be starting from 0, I less than s dot length, and I plus plus. Yeah. So there are gonna be two situations. So this string can be even or it can be odd. So for the odd case, let's just define an odd string. We just need to call the method helper and the string, and the left side is gonna be I, and the right side is gonna be I from the beginning. And similarly, we're gonna define even string, and we just need to call the helper. It's gonna be I with I plus 1. Yeah. Now we get the odd string and we get the even string. For example, the odd string can be BAB, the odd string can be ABA. So for this one, the even string can be B and B. Yeah. We just need to check the length if odd dot length more than result dot length. So the result gonna equal to the odd. And similarly, we just check the even. If the even dot length more than result dot length, so the result gonna equal to the even. So after the for loop, we just need to return the result. Yeah. Now let me just run it to check if it works. What is wrong with it? Cannot find symbol s dot length. Why? Cannot find symbol. I made a typo. Let me just copy the length. I just forgot the G. I just made a typo. Now as you can see, it works. So now let me just submit it to check if it can pass. Yeah, as you can see, it passed for testing cases, and I think the speed is okay. The time complexity is O(n) square. So this is the easiest way to solve the problem. So the idea is just to subtract from the middle or subtract from the center, and we're gonna check the odd case and even case, and we find the longest substring. Yeah, and the code for this helper function itself is not so difficult. It is just straightforward. And here we just check the even case, and odd case, and the even case, and we find the longest. I think that's all about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.